Assalamu alaikum. Good morning to everybody. As you know, my name on the screen, Mrs. Nilofer Ejaz. I am your biology teacher. I hope you all are fine and safe at home. Today, I am going towards my lecture number 15. Today's lecture number 15. It is from chapter number 6, that is bryophyte and tracheophyte. As I told you before, that I splitted that chapter into 3 portions. Today we are on the 3rd portion. After that, in the next lecture, inshallah, I will cover all these 3 sessions. The portion I taught you, I will revise in my next lecture. So kindly take it serious. It is a new topic for you. First time you are learning these things in your life that was not before up till class 8. So pay attention, and inshallah very soon when the school will be open and we will discuss all the problems, and right now you can also share your problems with me. Before starting the spermatophytes, I like to revise one thing, that we were studying the group of bryophyte and the tracheophyte. When we were discussing the tracheophyte, that bryophyte and tracheophytes are different because in bryophyte there is no vascular system. Xylem and phloem are totally absent in bryophyte. When we move to the next group, that was the tracheophyte. Tracheophytes were the vascular plants, and major groups of tracheophytes were pteridiophyte and spermatophyte. Pteridiophyte we have studied in detail in our previous chapter. What were pteridiophyte? What were pteridiophyte? They were spore-producing plant. The main difference between spermatophytes and pteridiophytes is that they were spore-producing plants, and now we are moving towards the spermatophytes, which is the second group of tracheophyte, and they are seed-producing plants. The baby or the embryo developed from the zygote after a fertilization. Spermatophyte, as I told you before in the previous lecture, they are divided into 2 main groups, gymnosperm and the angiosperm. First character of spermatophyte is that they are vascular plant. It means they have well-defined vascular system. Xylem and phloems are present. Xylems are for the transportation of water from root to aerial part and especially to the leaf, while phloems are responsible for the conduction of prepared food from leaf to various parts of the plant body. Now the spermatophytes. What are spermatophytes? Sperm means seed. Phyton means plant. They are seed producing plants. They are further divided into two groups, gymnosperms and the angiosperms. This division is based whether ovules are naked or covered. This gives rise to naked or covered seed. This covering structure is called ovary, which develop into fruit in angiosperm. स्पर्मेटोफाइट्स वेस्कुलर प्लांट्स का ऐसा ग्रुप है जो सीड प्रोड्यूस करते हैं। इनकी फर्दर डिवीजन दो ग्रुप्स में है, एक को हम जिम्नोस्पर्म कहते हैं और दूसरे को एंजियोस्पर्म कहते हैं। ये डिवीजन बेस करती है कि आइदर इनके ओव्यूल नेकेड है या फिर किसी चीज के अंदर, किसी कवरिंग के अंदर मौजूद है। आइदर दे आर नेकेड और कवर्ड। अगर ये नेकेड है या कवर्ड है तो उसी टाइप के सीड प्रोड्यूस करेंगे। अगर इनके ओव्यूल नेकेड है तो नेकेड सीड प्रोड्यूस करेंगे, अगर कवर्ड है तो कवर्ड सीड प्रोड्यूस करेंगे। जो कवरिंग स्ट्रक्चर होता है उसको हम ओवरी कहते हैं और ये डेवलप होता है इनटू फ्रूट। ये फल के शक्ल में हमें नजर आता है। आई थिंक इट मस्ट बी क्लियर। दिस इज द पिक्चर ऑफ spermatophytes. If you ever visited to the northern area of Pakistan, to Mari, Sawat, Hunza, you must have seen such type of trees, especially in the Mari. They are cone bearing plants. बारीक बारीक सुई जैसी इनकी निडल्स होती हैं। अक्सर आपने देखा होगा लोग अपने घरों में एक प्लांट लगाते हैं जिसको वो जापानीज ट्री कहते हैं। दिस इज अगेन द एग्जाम्पल ऑफ स्पर्मेटोफाइट्स। ये लोग ऑर्नामेंटल प्लांट के तौर पे घरों में भी लगाते हैं। Now have you seen the picture? You can recognize. If this picture is in your mind, then it must be very easy to learn you which type of plants are called spermatophytes. Now the first type of spermatophyte is gymnosperm. Gymnos mean naked. Sperma means seed. Gymnosperms have naked ovules produced in cones. Ovules develop into naked seeds as the fruit is absent due to absence of ovaries. Right? Now the screen is showing on the screen characteristics of gymnosperms are here. First character, they have naked ovules. I told you what is meant by naked ovules, that their ovules are not covered. अगर इनके ओव्यूल कवर्ड नहीं होंगे तो इनके जो सीड प्रोड्यूस होंगे दे विल आल्सो naked seeds. They have naked seeds produced in cones. Where these seeds are producing, actually हम जब भी कोई फल खाते हैं, सेब है, एप्पल है, मैंगो है, चेरी है, बनाना, सॉरी बनाना तो सीडलेस है, apricot, plum, etc. You eat the portion that is called fruit, and inside seeds are present. Now these seeds are covered. They are inside the fruit and they develop inside the fruit. But in case of gymnosperm, because ovaries are not present in there, they don't have flowers also. So their seeds are naked and they produce in a special structure which is called cones. There are two types of cones, male cone and female cone. There are two types of cones, male cone and female cone. Male cone produce male sex cells and female cone produce female sex cells. In very early in the reproduction of frog, I told you, if you remember, that the male sex cells are called sperm and female sex cells are egg or ovule. Do you remember? If remember, then it is very good. These plants are like tree and live for many years. Before that, we were studying the terrace, Silopsida, Lunaria, Markensia. These plants were not plant-like. What do you mean by plant-like? That they have proper root, stem, leaf, branches. Then it is called a plant-like tree. These plants are like tree, huge tree, and live for many years. These plants are found in colder regions. And their leaves are needle-like. These needle-like leaves help them to survive in a very harsh weather. When the snow falls on the leaves, due to pointed tip, needle-like tip, it drops down easily. The example is pinus. Now on your screen, you can see different type of cones of different plants of gymnosperm. I have collected these pictures for you. These pictures I have collected for you, and they are different type of cones of different plants. You can observe that this one, the shape is quite different. This one is the cone of pinus, and these are the conifers, and these are other example of gymnosperm plant. Have you seen them clearly? You will remember these cones and we will move forward. First example is the pinus. Pinus. Pinus plant is very tall and thick. The height may be 40 to 50 meter and thickness may be up to 2 meter. It has well developed root system, leaf and reproductive bodies called the cone. It has naked seed and fruit around, it does not develop. Clear, these are the general characters. Now we will study pinus one by one. Leaves. The leaves are long and needle-like. The plant of pinus have two types of leaf. They are called foliage and scaly leaves. Foliage leaves are green in color and they are needle-like. Why they call needle-like? Because their shape is like needle, pointed. And they are green and they perform the process of photosynthesis. Scaly leaves are sessile. Scaly leaves are sessile. What does it mean? That they don't have a stalk. इसमें डंडी नहीं होती, पत्ती जो है वो डायरेक्ट ब्रांच से चिपकी हुई होती है. Scaly leaves are sessile, thin and brownish. They are very thin and paper-like brownish in color. प्याज के ऊपर एक हल्का सा जो छिलका चढ़ा हुआ होता है ना, बारीक सा, just like that. They are called papyrus. Brownish in color. They are brown in color. They are present on the main stem as well as on both the type of branches. Pinus plants have two types of branches. One bear male cone and the other bear female cone. Now the stem. The main stem has two types of branches called long shoot and the dwarf shoot. Stems are mainly they are straight and strong, and they have two types of branches. One are called long shoot and the other are called dwarf or the short shoots. Next is root. Taproot system is found. What is taproot system? Taproot system is that system in which from the primary root or from the seed, first basic root comes out. It is called primary root. On the primary root develop second type of root. It is called secondary roots. On secondary roots develop third type of root. This is called tertiary roots. On the tertiary root, minute hair-like structures are present and that are called root hair. जिस तरह से हमारा स्कूलिंग सिस्टम होता है ना कि हमारी एज हो गई स्कूल की, तो सबसे पहले हम कहाँ जाएंगे? प्राइमरी सेक्शन में. इसी तरह से सीड में से जब भी बेबी प्लांट निकलेगा, रूट निकलेगी, तो पहली रूट जो निकलेगी वो कहलाएगी प्राइमरी रूट. जैसे आप सबसे पहले कहाँ गए? प्राइमरी में. प्राइमरी पास करके आप किसमें आते हैं? सेकेंडरी में. इसी तरह से प्राइमरी रूट के ऊपर जो रूट उठती हैं उसको कहते हैं सेकेंडरी रूट. जब आप सेकेंडरी का सेक्शन कंप्लीट कर लेते हैं तो आप नेक्स्ट ग्रेड पे जाते हैं जिसे कहते हैं कॉलेज लाइफ. इसी तरह से रूट की पहली क्लास या पहला स्टेप प्राइमरी रूट है. प्राइमरी रूट पर उगने वाली रूट को सेकेंडरी रूट कहते हैं. सेकेंडरी रूट के ऊपर उगने वाली थर्ड टाइप रूट को टर्शियरी रूट कहते हैं. इन टर्शियरी रूट के ऊपर बारीक बारीक यूनिसेलुलर हेयर लाइक स्ट्रक्चर्स होते हैं जिनको रूट हेयर कहते हैं. प्राइमरी रूट, सेकेंडरी रूट एंड टर्शियरी रूट दे होल्ड द सॉइल. ये जमीन को पकड़ के रखती हैं, उसके अंदर कदम जमा के रखती हैं. while the root hair they absorb water and minerals. क्लियर? रूट सिस्टम समझ में आ गया. टू टाइप रूट सिस्टम होते हैं, टैप रूट सिस्टम और एडवेंटिशियस रूट सिस्टम. नेक्स्ट इज फ्लावर. इंस्टेड ऑफ फ्लावर दे हैव मेल एंड फीमेल कोन. जिम्नोस्पर्म they do not produce flower. जिम्नोस्पर्म में फ्लावर नहीं आता. Now the question is, when there is no flower, then how the fertilization takes place, how the generation will move further. अब सवाल ये पैदा होता है कि जब इसमें फ्लावर नहीं है तो इसमें आगे किस तरह से लाइफ चलती है, इसकी फर्टिलाइजेशन कैसे होती है। दो कोन के जरिए होती है, मेल कोन जो कि मेल सेक्स ऑर्गन प्रोड्यूस करते हैं, स्पर्म्स कहलाते हैं। फीमेल कोन जो कि फीमेल सेक्स ऑर्गन प्रोड्यूस करती हैं, जिनको एग या ओव्यूल या ओवम कहते हैं। Now on the picture you can see the cone of pinus. I think you have seen this before. ये जो फ्लावर का ड्राई अरेंजमेंट होता है उसके अंदर भी ये चीजें लगाई जाती हैं। एंड इफ यू एवर विजिटेड टू मरी, Abbottabad or the Hunza Valley, you might be found lying these cone on the ground. ये जमीन पे पड़े हुए होते हैं, लोग इनको बहुत कलेक्ट करके लाते हैं। This is the core. ये इनके बड़े स्पेशल स्ट्रक्चर हैं, जरा सा इसको जहन में रखिए। ये यहाँ से यहाँ तक और फिर ये अंदर एक चीज वाइट सी नजर आ रही है। कैन यू सी इट? दिस इज द आउटर पोर्शन, दिस वन, and inside you can see there is whitish portion inside. They are very important. In the center they have a rod like structure on which they are arranged. आप इसको ध्यान में ले आइए तस्वीर को, फिर हम इसको आगे स्टडी करते हैं। This is the male cone. This was the male cone produced at the end of long shoot. मेल कोन कहाँ पे प्रोड्यूस होते हैं? आई टोल्ड यू दे हैव टू टाइप ऑफ ब्रांचेस, लॉन्ग शूट एंड द ड्राफ्ट शूट. मेल कोन आर प्रोड्यूस्ड ऑन द लॉन्ग शूट. They are responsible for the production of male sex cell which is called sperm. In the center an axis is present and this is called thalamus. In the center an axis, a rod like structure is present and this is called thalamus. On the either side of the axis, microsporophylls are present which contain microsporangium. Microsporangium produce microspores. Now, this is the male cone and these are microsporophylls. These are microsporophylls. These are microsporophylls. Inside you can see the white structure. Here you can see clearly in this cone, this structure is present. This structure is present. You can see this is the white one. This is the white one. This is microsporangium. This microsporangium produce microspores. Clear? Now this is the male cone of Pinus roxburghi. This is another example of Pinus tree. This is the male cone of Pinus. Now come to the female cone. Produced on the draft shoot. Male cone produced on the long shoot and the female cone they produce on the draft shoot. They produce female sex cells which are called egg or ovum. Just like male cone, in the center a rod-like structure is present which is called axis or thalamus. It is called an axis or a thalamus. On either side of axis, leaf-like structures are present and they are called megasporophyll. मेल में कहलाते थे माइक्रोस्पोरोफिल और यहाँ पे मेगास्पोरोफिल, which contain megasporangium. मेल में क्या थे? माइक्रोस्पोरेंजियम. इसके अंदर मेगास्पोरेंजियम होती हैं. These megasporangium they are responsible for the production of egg or ovule. This is the female cone when it is pollinated. Pollinated means the pollination is over. What is pollination? That is the transfer of male sex cell from male organ towards the female organ. How it happens? It happens with the wind. विंड जो है वो इनको ब्लो करती है, लेके जाती है आगे, ये जाती है. This is clear. Fertilization, how fertilization takes place. One of the male gametes fuses with the ovum to form oosphere. एक मेल स्पर्म जो है वो एग के साथ फ्यूज होता है फर्टिलाइजेशन के बाद, और उससे ये oosphere जो स्ट्रक्चर बनता है जिसे हम जाइगोट कहते थे, यहाँ पे oospore कहते हैं. It develop into an embryo, ये एक एम्ब्रियो में डेवलप होता है. In the meantime, the whole megasporangium develop into seed. पूरा megasporangium जो है वो सीड में कवर हो जाती है. Final seed has seed coat. Final seed जो है उसमें एक सीड कोट होती है, एंडोस्पर्म्स होते हैं और एक एम्ब्रियो होता है with an axis. Two end of axis have plumule and the radicle. Final seed has एपीजियल जर्मिनेशन. ये जर्मिनेशन हम इसको बाद में पढ़ेंगे. आप अपनी बुक में देखेंगे पेज 99 पे एक एग्जाम्पल दी हुई है पूजा प्लांट. पूजा प्लांट को कॉमनली कहते हैं मोर पंख. इन पूजा द फीमेल कोन्स आर स्मॉल, स्फेरिकल or ovule in shape and about the size of a spherical fruit. It is locally called bear or the berry. They consist of hard brown color scale with triangular apices. एक एग्जाम्पल पूजा की है जो आपकी बुक के अंदर इंक्लूड है, जिसको मैंने आपके लिए रीड कर दिया है, और वो मोर पंख के नाम से मशहूर है. Now come to the next class, which is called angiosperm. More than 500,000 of the plant present on the earth belong to this group. Angiosperms are those flowering brachyophytes which produce seeds within their fruits. This is because the angiospermic flower have ovules enclosed in the ovary. Angiosperms are divided into two major groups, monocotyledons and the dicotyledons, having 1 and 2 cotyledons, that is the seed beads respectively. Now, the characteristics you can share on your screen. Number 1, they are flower producing plant. They are flower producing plant. Seeds are produced in the fruit. इनके फ्लावर की क्या खास बात है कि इनके अंदर एक फ्रूट बनता है और उस फ्रूट के अंदर सीड्स होते हैं. प्लांट बॉडी इज डिवाइडेड इनटू वेजिटेटिव एंड रिप्रोडक्टिव पार्ट. प्लांट की बॉडी जो है उसको हम दो हिस्सों में डिवाइड कर सकते हैं. एक जो पूरा उसकी वेजिटेशन से ताल्लुक रखता है, जैसे रूट, स्टेम, लीव्स, ब्रांचेस. सेकेंड पार्ट जो इसका रिप्रोडक्टिव पार्ट है, जिसका ताल्लुक सिर्फ और सिर्फ रिप्रोडक्शन से है, दैट इज फ्लावर. लीव्स आर ग्रीन एंड परफॉर्म फोटोसिंथेसिस. लीव जो है वो ग्रीन कलर की होती हैं और फोटोसिंथेसिस परफॉर्म करती हैं. दे प्रोड्यूस वैल्यूएबल वुड. इनसे बड़ी कीमती लकड़ी हासिल होती है, शीशम की लकड़ी, कीकर की लकड़ी, और इनसे डोर, विंडोज, फर्नीचर और बहुत सारा काम लिया जाता है. They are further divided into two groups, monocotyledons and dicotyledons. इनको बीजे की तादाद में अगर हम एक एलमंड ले लें और उसको सोक करने के बाद प्रेस करें तो एलमंड में से हमें 2 कॉटिलीडन्स या 2 दालें या 2 बीजे निकलेंगे. उसको हम डाइकोटिलीडन्स कहते हैं. मूंगफली को अगर आप प्रेस करेंगे तो उसके अंदर से मूंगफली का जो दाना होता है, उसको, छिलके को नहीं मैं बात कर रही हूँ, मूंगफली का जो दाना होता है उसको आप प्रेस करेंगे तो उसमें से 2 कोटिलीडन, 2 दालें निकलेंगी. दे बिलोंग्स टू द क्लास डाइकोटिलीडन बिकॉज दे हैव 2 कोटिलीडन. क्लियर? लेकिन आप व्हीट, राइस, मेज, मिलेट, इनको अगर आप प्रेस करेंगे, कॉर्न, ये एक ही रहते हैं, इनकी 2 दालें नहीं निकलती, इनको मोनो कोटिलीडन या सिंगल कोटिलीडन कहते हैं. एंजियोस्पर्मिक प्लांट, about 90% plant of the world are angiospermic plant. They are flower producing plant. There are so many flowers. I have collected some colorful pictures for you. You already have seen rose, jasmine, marigold, uh, glory of night, chrysanthemum. These are other plants and they are very special plants. They are very famous plants. And these all are angiospermic plants and they produce different plants. Now the importance of vascular plant. Why the vascular plants are important? Number one, sources of food. Example, wheat, rice, maize, pulses, millet. All these corn, these things, they give us food. इन चीजों से हमें food हासिल होती है. Why the vascular plants are important? Vascular plants are very important. And this question is also very important from your board examination point of view. अक्सर ये सवाल 5 year 10 years में आप देखेंगे रिपीट होता है. सोर्सेज ऑफ वेजिटेबल्स. जितनी भी हम वेजिटेबल्स हासिल करते हैं, पोटैटो, टोमेटो, बीन, लेडी फिंगर, बिटर गार्ड, cucumber, everything they belong to the vascular plant or angiospermic plant or the trachyphyte plant. Sources of fruit: mango, apple, orange, etc. So many fruits we know, which are familiar, which we are familiar, and thousands of fruits are of such type that we have never seen them before. They do not grow in our side in Asia, and these are the source of fruits. Source of timber. Timber is a kind of wood which is used for wood, cabinet, windows, furniture, etc. Pinus, shisham, kikar, these are the plants. Their wood is very important for the use or as a source of timber. Source of medicine. Many herbs are obtained from the plants. Ajwain, mulhati, amaltas, these are the examples. These are some examples. There are so many medicinal values plant present on our earth. Sources of fodder. Example, grass, sargam, jantar. What are fodder? Fodder कहते हैं चारे को, जो गाय, बकरी, भैंस वगैरह खाते हैं. That is called fodder. FODDER, fodder. Example, grass, घास, sorghum, jantar. Recently, you experienced कि आपने अभी रिसेंटली ईद उल अजहा मनाई है और आपने देखा होगा कि जो चारा बेचते हैं उनके पास डिफरेंट टाइप की ग्रासेस होती हैं. कुछ लंबे पत्ते होते हैं, कुछ छोटे पत्ते होते हैं, कुछ गोल गोल पत्ते वाले होते हैं, कुछ ड्राई होते हैं, कुछ काट के वो लोग बना के देते हैं. तो ये सारी सोर्सेज होती हैं पाउडर की. नेक्स्ट इज ऑर्नामेंटल फ्लावर्स. रोज, जैस्मीन, शू फ्लावर, glory of night, marigold, chrysanthemum. These are the example of plants which are used as ornamental flower or the ornamental purposes. सजावट की शौक, गार्डन को सजाना, घर को सजाना, बालकोनीज को सजाना. फूलों से बहुत अच्छा लगता है एंड द लुक वेरी नाइस। और ये फ्लावर्स जो है ये ऑर्नामेंटल फ्लावर्स कहलाते हैं, सजावट की काम में आते हैं। सम अदर प्लांट्स, कॉटन, जूट, sugar cane, coconut, mustard are useful for different purposes. ये कुछ और पौधे हैं जो आपके यूज में आते हैं। Fibers of some plants are used in making cloth and robes such as cotton and jute. कॉटन और जूट का जो फाइबर है, जो रेशा होता है, उससे कपड़ा बनाया जाता है। जूट से बोरियां या टाट बनाई जाती है। शुगर केन कहते हैं गन्ने को। वी टेक और वी मैन्युफैक्चर शुगर फ्रॉम द जूस ऑफ शुगर केन। कोकोनट, कोकोनट we use in different dishes: coconut milk, coconut curry, coconut powder, and coconut oil. Just like mustard, सरसों, कोकोनट कहते हैं नारियल को, मस्टर्ड, राई, सरसों. We use mustard as a mustard oil or the mustard साग, साग जो कि बहुत शौक से खाया जाता है. And other useful plants. Now, this was all about today's lecture, and we have short time. I am opening the chat box. Now, somebody was asking something. I forgot the name. So anybody was asking something, then please write it here. I something like that. I forgot the name. Okay. If you don't have any question and you have any question, you might write it in the inbox. Now I have finished that chapter, Bra 5. Should I ask some question? The first question is, what are bryophytes? Quick answer. I need a quick answer. What are bryophytes? What are bryophytes? Can you explain it in one word or one line or one sentence? Are you hearing me? Munawar, Fatma, Ruby.